Hey guys, welcome back to Comedy Trap House News. It's your boy Marvin Telp, and we start this week commenting on the fact that Dave Chappelle was hosting SNL a couple of days ago, and his opening monologue was sheer brilliance. It's one of those things when you watch it as a comedian, as a comic, as a writer, and you go, I don't know if I'm ever going to get this good. You study, you watch, but we are witnessing in this generation maybe the greatest of all time. Yes, you can argue Richard, Red Fox, I'm with it, but we have something special here, ladies and gentlemen. Pay attention. I thought Dave Chappelle masterfully took a topic about Kanye, Kyrie, anti-Semitism, and handled it brilliantly, right? So much so, it shocked a lot of people. People were waiting to get upset. People were like, Dave's gonna say something to piss us off, because leading up to his performance, there were writers on SNL that said, we're gonna boycott this episode because of Dave Chappelle's comments about the alphabet community. And then Dave Chappelle went on and did a masterful job. And then got feedback from the Anti-Defamation League saying, we can't believe he's popularizing anti-Semitism. What? Nigga, please, like, stop. Like, I understand reaching, right? I understand reaching, but you motherfuckers are reaching. And I get it, right? We're in a place where in society where we have to either step forward or step backwards. We have to either fix our mistakes or fall victim to them again. And this is showing that in America, we will no longer, and I repeat, no longer tolerate hate speech unless it's about the black and brown community, because no one said shit about him calling Herschel Walker observably stupid. And he is. Not another kid Walker is stupid. But there was zero backlash. Pay attention to that. Texas, there was a teacher who was fired this week, Monday, fired this week because he came out and he said, just play a little bit of this.
I'm ethnocentric, which means I think my race is the superior one.
I am ethnocentric. And I think the white race is the best race. Why is a big question we ask here on the show, because I'm so confused. Why would you, in a room full of your students, say some shit like this? I mean, you can believe what you want. Get on Reddit, get into your subreddits, say what the fuck you want. You don't bring it to class. This teacher was fired, and we're going, yes, he's fired on the right amount of time. But it's only because these videos went viral over the weekend. They didn't really have a choice. They walked in on Monday, it was like, we gotta pull a Elon Musk and get him the fuck out of here. And it goes to, what are our hiring criteria for our teachers, right? What are we asking of them? What are we expecting of them? And shit, maybe we can't ask for much if we're only paying them minimum wage. I think I can make more at McDonald's than I can teaching math right now. And I'm damn good at math, ladies and gentlemen. We're not vetting our teachers the right way. We're not going through the proper process of anything. Police, teachers, whatever. It's a systemic issue. And one of those big issues is, how do teachers afford life when they're trying to deal with their kids? And a lot of teachers end up getting a second job. That's what happened in Arizona. A teacher who wasn't getting paid well was like, you know what? I'm going to get a second job and I'm going to support my class, my students, and my life. And she was able to do that. That second job happened to be OnlyFans. Yes, 2 teachers were fired. A husband and wife were fired. Middle school teachers. I'm not sure what's happening in middle school. 2 middle school teachers were fired because their OnlyFans page was discovered by one of their students, of course, and he showed it to everyone, of course, and they had to let her go. And she came out and she said, I only did this because of the money. Now, I agree. I'm sure as a teacher trying to live and be that, you have to find another source of income. Her source of income just happened, well, if I'm asleep with my husband anyway, might as well get paid for sleep with my husband. And I think that's smart. I'm still working on my own OnlyFans direction. I'm not sure. Like, I feel like topless news might not be it. I'm cooking also. Anyway, leave a comment in the post. Let me know which. Anyway, her name on OnlyFans, just for news reporting purposes, is Chloe Carter, both with K's, no space. Just do what you want with that information. Her page is temporarily down. I think she's just taking a moment, but you know whose page is still up? Rachel Dolezal's. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Rachel Dolezal is still showing off her fake tan, black, white body for the people. Also, Black Panther was finally released this week, ladies and gentlemen. And it is Wakanda forever. Now, I'm not going to get into a breakdown of the show, because that's not what we do here. Movie. Thank you. What we're going to do is speak on numbers. So right now, it has made $180 million domestically after one weekend. It has already made $330 million worldwide. This movie is smashing numbers. And it just goes to show, bet on black, ladies and gentlemen. This movie is full of emotionality. This movie is about emotionality. If you don't cry at any point in this movie, you hate black people. I'm just gonna put it on you like that. I don't care. Say what you want. Say you complain about the plot, whatever. If you don't cry at least once, you just don't like black people. I hate stories like this, but we have to touch on them. In University of Virginia, 3 students were shot and killed, 2 were injured by another student. And we're back to this because it's back about what our system of education is. But even more than our system of education, what is our system of life and governance for these kids? So we have 3 current football players and 1 former football player. We have no idea what the relationship is with these kids. We have no idea if there's been some sort of bullying, or we don't know. What I do know is that grabbing a gun and taking someone's life to solve your problem is not the way to do it. We have to, as parents, teachers, or anyone that's involved in these kids' life, we have to get in and step in early. We have to teach them how to deal with their emotions. We have to give them options and avenues to deal with this. Because here's the thing. We are saying, yes, it is healthy now for a black man to show emotions and tears and do all the healthy things, but it's still not what we get in the streets. As a parent of an 18-year-old, you can only give them so much, and then the rest of it becomes environmental, who they know, who they're around, and what they're taught in the streets. So we have to reach our kids early, right? We have a dad who's like, I've never seen this coming from his own son, because why would you? Right? We have to protect our kids, teach them, bring them up, raise them right. And that starts with hiring the right people to give them guidance. It continues with getting middle school teachers that are not going to be twerking on a handstand for a couple extra dollars. So it means paying our teachers right. And then it means getting emotional support from childhood through this early adulthood. Because here's the thing, not only do these 3 kids lose their life, this other kid loses his life. And we have no idea what their futures would have brought. Because we need all the help we can on this funky ass planet called Earth right now. Please extend yourself wherever you can. Again, we just had midterms. Make sure midterm elections, make sure you're writing to your people, your congressmen, the people in office, your mayor, about what we need to spend money on properly. Okay, let's take care of our kids. And before we get out of here, bomb shelters, people. It is time to invest in bomb shelters. We have inched closer to World War III than I ever thought we would have. Honestly, the fact that Ukraine is still fighting is probably the most impressive thing of this year, right? I thought, or it's a knock against Russia. I'm just going to say the Ukrainian people are out there doing numbers. But recently, Russia has picked up its missile attacks and has been attacking residential areas, non-military targets. They're just trying to wipe out as many of the Ukrainians as they can to force them to sue for peace. Here's the problem. They hit a border near Ukraine and Poland, and 2 people died. And if you know anything about the world wars and about what Poland has gone through in each of these wars, they are not going to just take this easily. Poland has been terrified of this particular moment since the start of these. So they've already called for an emergency meeting, going, hey, we need to sit down and figure this out, because The way Poland has been invaded time and time again has only equal to some of the videos I've seen on OnlyFans, because some of these invasions are, I'm sorry, I apologize. What we're saying is Poland just doesn't want to get penetrated. Poland for peace, ladies and gentlemen. We have sanctions in place, as you can look at your gas prices, your food prices, and all other things. We're on the verge of inflation, but there's something that has to be done, because if this spreads on, we're not looking at just dealing with what's happening at home. We're dealing with having to send our friends, families, and loved ones across seas to fight a war that we really don't give a damn about, while we're still fighting basic ass wars on our front lawn. So if you are a prayer, we can use a little bit of prayer right now. If you're not, you can send good vibrations into the universe. If you don't believe in any of that, you can just shut the fuck up quietly and sit in the corner. Yeah, we got to fix some things. Humanity is at a crossroads, as I said earlier, and we're either going to step forward or we're going to be a nice memory real soon. And that's our time. Thank you for banging with us on Comedy Trap House News. It's your boy Marvin Telp. Again, I know you like the news. You keep coming back. You keep commenting underneath. Subscribe, get the updates. Know when we're out here. All right, see you next week. Peace.